Hey, what's going on? My name is Michael and you guys are watching IDB. In this video, I'm showing you my top 10 home screen widgets for your iPhone. All the apps I'll be showing you in this video that support widgets are either available on the App Store, and some of the ones at the end are just pre-installed on your iPhone. So let's go ahead, roll the intro, and jump right in. First up is an application called TickTick. This is my go-to task manager application. I love using TickTick for reminders every single day on my home screen. So here are all of the widgets available with TickTick. You can see your tasks for the day. You can also see your calendar if I keep going. There are a ton of widgets with this application. In my opinion, there might even be too many. It can be overwhelming when you look at all of the widgets that they have to offer. But if you're into productivity and getting stuff done, this application is fantastic, and being able to have all of your habits and your tasks for the day available right on your home screen is very, very useful. If I open it up here and I'll add a task for the day, let's just say we'll eat healthy today. I'll put that in and then hit send. If I go to my home screen, you can see that my task for the day is now there right on the widget. So if you have a whole bunch of stuff to do in the day and you want to remember to do it, you can simply add it into the application and it is right there on your home screen all the time. Next up at number 2 is an application called Sports Alerts. This one is probably one of my favorites of the entire video. It allows you to keep track of any sporting event right on your home screen. So if I browse through all of the widgets, you can see we have various sizes here, so you can keep track of just one team and one game. You can also keep track of an entire league of teams. And one of my other favorite widgets they have is for the golf leaderboard. I really like following golf, so it's kind of cool that right on my home screen, I can have the leaderboard for the current golf tournament that's happening. I also like that in the smaller widget where you're tracking your favorite team, you can see I'm tracking my favorite hockey team. It shows the next time the game starts, and you can also see the current odds for betting on that game. If I press and hold on it, we do have a few different options to edit this widget. So if I click on edit, you can turn a few different things on, such as a pre-game countdown. I usually have it off by default because it looks a little bit cramped, but you can see there you can have the odds for the game and also a countdown for that event. So Sports Alerts is a fantastic way to keep track of any sporting event or any team that you want to follow right on your home screen. Coming in next at number 3 is a health and fitness application called Athletic. What Athletic does is it takes various data from Apple Health and also your Apple Watch, and it gives you insightful information as to how ready you are to train and how hard you should go in your workouts. So the various widgets that they offer include recovery, so how ready you are to train. I also like seeing the recommended exertion if you are going to work out that day. And you can also track things such as your heart rate variability as well. So here are some of my favorite widgets on the home screen. It is really nice that if I just wake up in the morning and I want to see how recovered I am, I can just tap on the widget right here and it jumps me right into the application. You can see it definitely is accurate because the last week or 2 weeks I have been fighting a cold, so I have not been at my absolute peak. And it's kind of cool that you can see that data reflected in Athletic. And it's even better that you can simply glance at it on your home screen to see how recovered you are and also how hard it recommends you train for that day. Next at number 4 is Waterminder. You have heard me mention Waterminder on this channel before. This is a very simple application. All it does is it lets you track your hydration throughout the day. Now, the thing I like about Waterminder and the widgets they offer is you can have so many different styles. So it's pretty much tracking the exact same thing. It's just what style you prefer to track your hydration throughout the day. So here on my home screen are some of my favorites. So as you drink water throughout the day, this little graph of this person slowly fills up. You can also choose to have more of a circular graph as well. So as you drink water, the circle is going to get filled in, sort of similar to the activity rings on the Apple Watch. They do have a few other ones, such as a vertical line that fills in as you drink more water. And you can also have bigger widgets right here, and you can add water to your diary for the day simply by tapping on it on the widget. So Waterminder is a very nice application to track your hydration. And since I'm talking about water, this is your reminder, go drink some water because you are probably dehydrated. Most people in society these days are very dehydrated. So I definitely recommend downloading Waterminder. And if you put the widget on your home screen, it's a very nice way to remember to stay hydrated throughout the day. Coming in next at number 5 is a pretty simple and obvious one, but I just learned that they now have a widget for the home screen, and it is YouTube. It's really nice to be able to simply open search for YouTube right from my home screen. And also, if you want to launch into a certain part of the application right from your home screen, you can also do that with this widget as well. So here are the two widgets on my home screen. If I want to launch right into YouTube search, I can simply tap on the widget right there and it opens the keyboard for me like that. Also, if I want to launch right into my subscriptions, I can simply tap on the widget just like this. So it definitely makes using YouTube a lot faster. If you have either of these widgets on your home screen, it definitely makes it easier to find what you want on YouTube. Next at number 6 is Flighty. You guys have also heard me talk about Flighty before on this channel, and I really do like the widgets that they have on the home screen. I always add the Flighty widget to my main home screen whenever I'm about to fly. So if I have a flight coming up in 2 or 3 days, I'll add the Flighty widget right to my home screen. The application doesn't have that many widgets. You can simply see your next flight, and you can also see various stats and memories. So this widget will be updating all the time. It may show how many flights you've taken lifetime, and it also may show something like the newest aircraft or the oldest aircraft that you've ever been on. So here on my home screen, if I open up Flighty, I will add a random flight just so I can show you what it looks like on the home screen. So it's going to scan here and find a random flight. And then when I go home, you can see that the widget is going to update and it's going to show me all of the stats about that flight. So you can imagine how useful this would be in the airport. If you want to see some stats about your flight, all you have to do is unlock your phone and Flighty is going to be right there on the home screen showing you all the info you need. And you can also see here in the top left, this is the various stats and memories widget, and it also shows things that are pretty cool, such as total flight time in the air. I do wish that you could choose exactly which stat it's going to show, but it seems like this widget is just going to cycle through various information about your past flights. Next up is a pretty unique application that I don't think I've shown on this channel before. This is called Soar. This is an alternate to the Apple Music application. So if you are not a fan of the default Apple Music app on your iPhone, there are a few different alternatives on the App Store, and my favorite one is called Soar. You get a whole bunch of really useful widgets with this application, and in fact, in my opinion, you get much better widgets than the default Apple Music widget that is built into your iPhone. So here on my home screen, you can see some of the widgets I have for Soar. You have a now playing and also up next. And then you also have this one, which is going to show a few of your upcoming songs and also the full screen album art on the left-hand side. You can also choose to add some of your favorites in here as well to have instant one-tap access to your favorite songs and playlists. Personally, in my opinion, inside of the Soar application, I don't like the UI as much as the default Apple Music app. However, some of the widgets that are built in are definitely better than the built-in ones for Apple Music. So what I find myself doing sometimes is simply having the now playing widget on my home screen from Soar, but still using the default Apple Music app. Next up is called Battery Widget. Now, Battery Widget lets you see various information about your iPhone. And if you are a super geek like me and you like seeing all these various stats, you are going to find this app really cool. You can see we have a bunch of widgets available here. You can see things such as your battery level, your brightness, the storage available on your iPhone, and even the RAM available on your iPhone as well. So here on my home screen are some of my favorite widgets. You can see I have my storage. It's also showing my battery level and another thing for the storage right there. It's showing my RAM in this widget. I can also track my data usage, and it also shows my brightness level as well. So this is a very useful application, and it makes it even more useful that you can keep track of all of this stuff right on your home screen. Personally, in my opinion, I think the most useful widget is the data usage widget because you can track your brightness level in Control Center. You can also see your battery level right in the top right as well, but there isn't really an application that lets you track your data usage right on your home screen. So if you have a limited data plan and you really need to make sure that you're not going over your data for that month, this is going to be a very, very useful widget to have. Next up at number 9 is another very simple one. It is called Sticky Widgets. This lets you have pretty much endless sticky notes right on your home screen. This is very useful if you have something that you just want to write down and remember all the time. I know a lot of people that have this widget living on their home screen all the time. All you have to do is open up the widget and then change what is in this note to have it live on your home screen all the time. I'll just put in test here as an example. When I click on done, you can see both widgets update. So if there's something that you want to be reminded about, such as let's say you have an exam tomorrow. You can just put exam tomorrow, tap on done, and then it lives on your home screen and you'll never forget that you have that exam. So Sticky Widgets is a very useful application, and it's really nice to have quick access to something you want to write down or write on your home screen. And finally, at number 10, it is not any application on the App Store, but I just want to showcase 4 of my favorite widgets that are built into iOS. The first one is the Siri Suggestions widget. This is a very useful widget because on-device intelligence nowadays is so good, and it feels like the phone knows exactly which application that you want to use at the right time. I find that the Siri Suggestions widget is so good that it even changes the applications it's recommending as the day goes on. So for example, it knows that during the early part of the day, I'm more likely to open up my fitness application and the health application. But then at nighttime, I find that the Siri Suggestions widget is then recommending more entertainment style applications such as Netflix. So if you have some empty space on your home screen and you don't know which applications to fill it with, I definitely recommend putting the Siri Suggestions widget, as it seems like the device always knows which application you want to use next. And another nice widget I like to use is Photos. Now, if you use iCloud Photos, the more photos you have in iCloud, the better, because this widget is going to be constantly updating with various memories and featured photos. But it's really nice to have your photos live right on your home screen, and every single day you can be reminded of a certain event or a certain memory from the past. So definitely a nice widget to have if you have some free space on your home screen. It's kind of nice that you can instantly open the widget and start looking at a memory. And the final 2 widgets I want to mention are the full month calendar and also the batteries widget. I find these widgets so useful whenever I don't know the date or I don't fully know what day it is. It's kind of nice just to have the calendar on my home screen at all times. And also this batteries widget is super useful. You can have up to 4 accessories in here, and it's always going to show the battery levels of your connected accessories. One request I do have for this batteries widget is it would be really nice if I could tap on each icon and it could change to show the percentage. Maybe we'll have to wait for iOS 17 for that, but that would be a really nice feature if I could see the percentage by tapping on the widget. So that's gonna do it. Those are my favorite widgets that I use on my home screen of my iPhone. I think when Apple added widgets to the home screen, it made the iPhone so much more fun and customizable, and also more useful because you can have so much information available at a glance right on your home screen. If you guys have any suggestions, let us know in the comments down below, as there are always different applications I like to find out about. If you guys found this video informative and helpful, please give us a like and also subscribe to IDB if you haven't already. My name is Michael. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.